Hey, everybody. What's up? It's your girl, Constance Carter. And guess what? This is a Fly Nubian Money where we help you to master your mindset and maximize your what? Yes, your money. Now, listen, y'all, there's a rapper. I don't know if you guys been watching or following social media, but there's a rapper. I guess his name was Lil Ronnie. But his baby mom is under fire after the rapper and their 5-year-old baby were killed. And she was seen flaunting stacks of cash online despite launching a GoFundMe for her baby's funeral. The internet is divided. Is this just her way of grieving? I don't know, Moya. What is it? Or is it a blatant display of insensitivity? Some argue that Black mothers are often unfairly judged. Guess what? I'm going to judge. And other people believe this situation shows a disturbing trend of clout chasing no matter what the cost, even at the cost of your baby dying. What's the real story and how should we approach the grief? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about money. Let's talk about accountability. And let's talk about everything. So today, we just look at. We're going to have us a good old dialogue because it's the queens. It's the queen of the queens. We got the beautiful, the amazing, see the way Tierra looked up at like I was talking to her. I was actually talking about Moya.
This is so funny.
She is a tax strategist, and she can help you get back money for your taxes. And she also helps you with student loans for your children. So hit her up at what's your
Moya.business on Instagram.
Business. Yes. And then we have the other beautiful and amazing and awesome queen. She sings, she dances, she acts, she does all of the things. Miss Black Hollywood. Hey, ladies, what's happening?
Did you say who you were?
Ask the queens first.
I was waiting for that.
Who you were?
I said, it's your girl, Constance Carter.
Oh, I mean, that's so flat. It's supposed to be the woke. Thank you for taking that out of your mouth. The woke.
I can't be ghetto today.
The coach.
What?
you gotta like.
I gotta hype myself up.
Yeah,
the Next 7 collective coach that coaches women into 7 figures. Real estate guru. Nobody else than the Constance Carter. Woo!
Ow!
I love that. We're gonna have Moya do my intro all the time. Shit. What's up, y'all? What's up, everybody in the chat? What's crack-a-lackin' Big Mackin'? It's Thursday. So we gonna talk about some, I don't know. You guys may have a different opinion. I think it's some ratchet shit. Let's look at no. We're gonna do the Ask the Queens first. You wanna do Ask the Queens? Okay, I wanna do the Ask the Queens first. Is that cool? Can we do that?
Yeah,
all right, cool. We got a question. I haven't seen this yet. So Tierra likes to surprise us on some BS. Let's see. I'm already 37 years old. I have a wife and children, and I still can't forget my first love, which was at 17 years old. I dream of her eyes. I hear her laughter, her voice. I look at my wife and imagine her. That's how we live. Damn. Do you OOVE? What is OOVE? I can't hear you, Miss Black Hollywood. You muted. What's OOVE?
Come on, Gwen, get your life together. How do you move on from your first?
Oh, I thought that was a whole. I thought that was a whole little text abbreviation. I'm like OOVE.
The question is, how do you move on from your ex?
So listen, I agree with C. White. She is not thinking about him, y'all. C. White said, she ain't. All right, so Moya, take it down. Let's see. What you think, lady?
I'm not the best one to answer this. I don't.
You have something you want to share with us? I want to hear the juice.
Yeah, I don't know what you do. I just know that that's super unfortunate for your wife. You know, the person that's there with you every day.
Let's dig into this. Why are you not the best one to talk about this?
Tierra,
what's really going on?
No,
I need to know. Let's talk about it. Come on.
Do it.
I'm just saying I could understand how you could be with somebody and really want to be with somebody else. I could see that.
Okay.
But I don't know if I wouldn't ever have like a marriage and then just fantasize about my ex-partner. Like that would be wrong for my current partner.
So would you be able to get married knowing that you're still fantasizing about somebody else?
No.
So you would never get married. So what if you never stop thinking about this person?
So that's the thing. I think there's a difference of saying like, oh man, what if, versus when I look at my husband, I put my ex's face on him. Like, I think that's what it sounds like this person's doing. And I think that that's what's wrong, because it's not fair. And that person, in their heart of hearts, they're going to know.
And so you said that you would never get married if you were still thinking about somebody else?
I would never get married knowing that I'm deeply in love with somebody else.
Got it. Okay.
I think that would be unfair.
That would be unfair. Okay. What you think, Miss Black Hollywood?
I think men do it all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't think that men always get what they want. Like, I think they settle for certain women. They be like, well, she's probably better for me in this way, this way, this way. She take care of me. She's good to me. But if I had it my way, it'd probably be this woman over here. I do. I think they do.
Chat, y'all, in the comments, what do y'all think? Do men really settle like that? Are men really out here?
Young man. Look at this young man talking about, I dream of her laughter, her eyes. It's like, get out of here. Like, you know, and then they're like Moya said, there's this woman at home working hard, taking care of the kids, cooking this food, giving her life to somebody that just be like, I see somebody else. That's crazy. You talking about somebody getting stabbed.
Man, I would be that be the trepidation for me. Like, I don't know.
You don't let it make you scared.
It don't take much for me to be like, I don't know if I want to do this. It's singlehood is so much easier. So much easier. And just to have a Tuesday, listen, I told Tiara, you know, I'm not doing all that commitment stuff. I just want a Tuesday.
You want love. Get out of here.
I want a Tuesday.
It is scary. Listen, I'm in the same boat as you, friend. I just single.
Just give me a Tuesday. Any Tuesdays out there? Let me tell you what a Tuesday is, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, tell us what a Tuesday is.
Okay. A Tuesday is, first I was like, oh, you know, I want to, you know, kind of settle down. This is what I said. I'm manifested in March. I'm finally settled down. I'm gonna do it. I'm settled down. Don't know, you know who, but I'm do it.
Yeah.
Then I was laying in my bed early March. And I was like, this is kind of cool. I just don't know if I want anybody. And then I was thinking, oh, you know, I have my son. He's getting ready to go to college. And, you know, I just don't really have time. And I'm working sun up, sun down. I'm back to nobody works harder than Constance Carter. I don't have time to have somebody full time. So I'll just settle for a Tuesday. And what is a Tuesday? It's somebody that hang out with on Tuesday. You could send me a meme on a Thursday. You could say hey to me on a Saturday, send me a text. If I don't respond to you, ain't no hard feelings. But we know Tuesday we're going to hang out. We're going to watch Netflix. We're going to go to dinner, whatever. We're going to hang out. That's it. That's all I have time for right now. For at least a year. It's a Tuesday. Huh?
Nobody wants a Tuesday. I don't believe it.
I think
on to the topic.
I think that's the perfect combination. I think that's the perfect situation for me. A Tuesday.
So you don't miss waking up to somebody? Like
every now and then. Every now and then. But I also love the peace that comes along with, I hear the birds chirping. I see, you know, it's great. And I don't gotta worry about nobody. Shit. You know, I enjoy my peace. Trust. So I need to have somebody is going to have to be really amazing to take me out of that space where I enjoy being by myself. Y'all, listen, it's kind of like slavery, right? When they say black people, we still messed up. Well, we were enslaved longer than we were free. So we were enslaved 400 years. We've only really been free for 50 years. So our enslavement was longer. I've only been single for 5 years. I was married for 30. So I haven't been free as long as I had been locked down. That's all.
So now you're free. So first of all, Dr. Vibe, welcome to America. You know, Dr. Vibe is from Canada. So he's in America.
What you doing in the Chi?
And what's up? You in Chicago?
What you doing in the Chi?
And then somebody said that women do it too. Have you guys, and
I
this
would
is, we
never.
got to move on to the real topic, but
We
have
gonna
you
move on.
guys
I would never.
ever settled for
No,
someone?
I would never settle. I would never settle. I couldn't.
You, well, you, okay.
What?
Nothing. I'm at, because you was married, so I don't know if it counts, but do you feel like I'm gonna just stay in this situation because it's the best that I can do, or because
Yeah,
She
you had
has
to
an
know when you were
unfair
married
advantage
that you
because
could
she
do better,
knows stuff.
huh?
When you
what?
ask questions, you can ask questions from a place of knowing.
Who? Atira?
Yes,
Oh, she knows about all about Moya.
all of us.
Y'all, all my friends. Wait,
Mhm.
but no. So you have never, Moya, have you settled for someone?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say settled for someone, settled just even entertaining someone that I wouldn't normally entertain, for sure.
That's been my problem though, is that I won't settle. And so I don't want to spend my time with people that I'm not interested in spending my time with. And so if I'm not interested, then I'm not going to entertain it. That's been my issue. And so if I'd be thinking, shit, I could be sitting on my couch. I could be watching TV right now. I could be anywhere else but here with you in a place that I don't want to be. And so I refuse to settle. What about you, Tiara?
All right, we're gonna take this first commercial break.
What? Wait a
Yeah.
minute. What?
Go
What do
ahead and
you
take the.
mean?
Go ahead.
No, 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 no.
It's a good show right here. But I'm biased. If you are just tuning in, you are watching Fly Nubian Money, where we help you master your mindset and maximize your money. My name is Tiara Williams. I'm also known as Miss Black Hollywood, and I'm the proud producer of this show because it is lit. If you want to receive notifications for when we go live Monday through Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All you have to do is text the word Queens to 87948. That's Queens to 87948. That's QUEENS to 87948. Also, if you want to grow your money and not blow your money, all you have to do is go to flynubianmoney.com. There's all kinds of resources, there's courses, there's free giveaways. There's just no reason to be broke in 2025. All you have to do is go to flynubianmoney.com. Obviously, you don't want to be entertained here. You want to know enough to grow. Wait, I need to put that on a shirt. You got to know to grow. Got to know to grow. So know and grow with flynubianmoney.com.
It's time to know and grow, y'all. So before we move on, I don't care. I gotta know.
I think we're just, so we're going to talk about Lil Ronnie, right?
No, before we go, I want to know.
No, I think we all have settled to some extent at some point, right? Meaning, do you really get it all? Can you really get it all from one
Maybe
person,
that's my
right?
problem because I
You
want
meet
I
him and
want
you
it all.
like, I like this about him. I like that he's ambitious. I like that I don't know, he has good hygiene. I like that I don't know, whatever the things
But
are
what if
that you
you're not
like.
attracted to him? What if there's no
Exact, like,
connection?
but he's cross-eyed, right?
Would
He's
you hang
good
out
to
with
you.
somebody that you didn't have a connection with though?
You want me to talk, or you want to talk?
No, I want to know.
What was the question?
Would you hang out with somebody that you don't have a connection with? That connection is important.
No, I wouldn't. That's what I'm saying though. You could have a connection and be like, I feel all the things about this person, but they cross-eyed. It's like, I don't know. He can see two of me. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? Or like
If
if
you have a connection,
or
you kind of overlook those things though.
you do. I think women do it all the time. What's so funny is that men don't do that. Like men be like, nah, I don't like her left toe. Like I'm good. It's not right for me. But women be like, we overlooked the whole thing. I wrote a whole song called Red Flags. And I still dated the person after writing a song to them. I still went back and was like, you know what? Let me just see.
He was a big red flag and you still dated him.
Still dating them. Look
Y'all be
like,
wasting
and
y'all
it was,
time out in these
I was
streets.
on the roller coaster, sis. It was like, wee.
Yeah, y'all be wasting y'all time. I can't do it. That's the problem. I have not met anyone that I've had a connection with. That's my problem.
I've had connection. I mean, it's just like when you have the connection, then you start to like overlook the other things until those other things bite you in the face and you're like, nah, I can't do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it.
This shit is way too hard. It's way too hard. It's too complicated. That's why I just need. That's why I just want a Tuesday. Period. So anyway, let's talk about Lil Ronnie, y'all. Let's talk about Lil Ronnie.
Okay.
So I want to let's look. There's a video we have about who Lil Ronnie is. So let's go back. Let's back up. Who is Lil Ronnie? What is the significance? What is all this about? So let's look at the video of Lil Ronnie.
New details have come to light after the tragic deaths of Texas rapper Lil Ronnie and his 5-year-old daughter at Slappy's Car Wash in Forest Hills. It all happened on March 3rd when the two were cleaning their car at Slappy's Car Wash when two suspects in a white Kia got out of the car, walked up to the victims and shot them. They quickly fled the scene after the incident, police said. Family and friends of the victims allegedly gathered outside the car wash shortly after they were pronounced deceased. The whole incident was also unfortunate in that the girl's 5th birthday was the day before the life was taken from her, and she was gone far too soon. For those unfamiliar with Lil Ronnie, his most famous song is Red Roses. It's unclear if this was a targeted attack or the victim of a random crime. But either way, the whole incident was unfortunate, made worse by the fact that in February, he attended a Valentine's Day party at his daughter's school with his daughter and her friends. According to the Forest Hill Police Department, the suspects have been identified as Adonis Robinson, 24, and Jacoby Russell, 21, both of Fort Worth. Please keep his family in your prayers in the comments, as well as wishing you all peace, and I will update as soon as I have new information.
That is so sad. So sad. So what does anybody know what happened?
Well, I saw some footage that basically we don't know what the motive is, but these two young men ran up on the car. There is some, I mean, based on, we can't tell who is who, but it looks like Lil Ronnie was trying to run away from the car to protect the baby, but they end up shooting all of the parties involved. And then you see them, that's Lil Ronnie, right? He was running away from or trying to, and they end up shooting everybody. I don't know if they shot the baby just so she couldn't identify them. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. And then the young men, you see them running back to the car, to the getaway car, saying, "We did it, we did it." And so
We have a
it's
video of
just
that.
we do have the video of that.
Let's watch
We
it.
just have the video. Yeah, let's see the video of them running back. You can only see them running back to the car. You can't see it's one of
So tragedy. It was. Do we know if this guy was in some kind of like connected with some kind of like street shit or?
No, I mean, from what I read, it just seemed like, he was a rapper. So, of course, I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm saying, like, just because of what comes along with being a rapper, there's a certain persona that you have to uphold. I mean, he definitely was online with the money and the flash and all the things. And so I just wonder if it was just an instance of like some of jealousy where somebody knew where he was going to be or if he was set up or something like that. But it
Yeah.
seemed like he was a stand-up dad. I did see
Yeah,
a
that's what
lot
I
of
was
things
thinking.
online of him just loving his family and his kids and all of that and just taking care of them and his family.
How many kids did
He
he have?
You know what? I only seen the little girl, but I think he has more. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. I know
So look, my baby girl couldn't stand the fact her friend was so sad. I seen that, but I didn't know that was him. This
Mhm.
morning, her daddy couldn't make it to Donuts with Daddy this morning. So, we let her know it's okay to join us and she can snap it up. And that changed her whole mood. My little Valentine, literally. And this is right before, because when they said March 5th, this just happened. This just happened this
Mhm.
month.
Yeah, and the baby's birthday was March 4th, so they did a whole thing and like he was really present and took care of, really took care and seemed like a good dude.
That is
Mhm.
tragic. So then that goes to the baby mama. So he seemed like a good dude, right? But what ended up happening with the baby mama? Let's look at that video.
Yeah, blog this hoe. Louis bag, yeah.
Throwing out stacks of money at your daughter's balloon release is absolutely crazy.
Block this hoe. Boy, bad, yeah.
And that is exactly what this Texas mom did. Social media users are upset after the mother of the 5-year-old girl who was tragically unalived at a Slappy's car wash was seen flexing money at her balloon release. Don't get me wrong, this woman is definitely entitled to grieve in any way she sees fit, being as though she lost her baby's father and her 5-year-old daughter. No, mentally when she goes home and turns off the lights, she is going through it. In the video, you can see her with wads of cash, flexing them with a couple of bodyguards and a Louis Vuitton crossbody bag. Prior to this, she spoke out how she quote-unquote wasn't tripping about the passing of her daughter. She was just upset at the way her daughter passed because everybody has to leave this earth one day. I don't know when the memorial service for Lil Ronnie and his 5-year-old daughter Armani is, but I am sure it is gonna be soon. I did see a lot of people upset with the video of her flexing this money at the Slappy's car wash, asking if that was where the GoFundMe money was. I don't know if that is GoFundMe money, or I don't know if that's money she had tucked away in a stash, but regardless, this entire situation is also unfortunate, you guys. Leave those condolences for 5-year-old Armani and hood fame Lil Ronnie down in the comments, you guys. Peace.
This is depressing. This shit is depressing. This is just. Whew. So is she clout chasing? What the fuck, Moya? What do you think this is acceptable? Do you think this is her way of grieving? Like what is going on?
I don't know. I just know that when I watched it, my heart just sank. I felt so sad, not only for the daughter, but for she doesn't represent all of our culture, but the part that she is representing, it makes me think like, is this it? Is this everything? Like a Louis bag? And no, I don't know. And even the video after that, because she's right, we all will leave this earth. That is true. But generally speaking, your seed does not leave before you. So as a mom, you usually feel something.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he said when the lights go out, Deborah Will Win said, this is how the hood grieves. What you think, Tia? Is that how the hood grieves? Typical hood stuff.
It feel like, I mean, it
is that how the hood grieves? Because
I
don't know.
Right?
That's what they do?
It's the hood when they grieve, right? I think it's different, right? I don't know. I'm from the hood, but if somebody died, I know people, I don't know. So here's the thought, right? So I guess the GoFundMe, basically on the GoFundMe, it said something about helping her as her life as moving forward, because I feel like she didn't need money for the actual funeral costs. Supposedly she didn't need money for the funeral costs because Ronnie had already taken care of like all of that stuff in terms of being responsible. But I don't think he left her a whole lot of money. This is what I gathered from the internet. I mean, this is all hearsay, y'all. But supposedly he didn't need the money to be buried and to bury the two of them. She needed money moving forward. And so I don't know if it's to pay off the house that he bought them. I'm not sure. But I think it is interesting. I saw some things online that said that she couldn't wait to get back to her life and all of that. But I don't know no mother. I don't know a mother that wouldn't grieve her daughter, like that wouldn't be upset and distraught if her daughter died. But she didn't lose just one person; she lost two. So maybe this is like
maybe she's in shock.
Just her process, huh?
Maybe she's in shock.
I think so. And that's what I want to say. I mean, we have Dr. Joe in the comments. Where you at, Joe? That's why I want him on the show. But because I don't know mentally what happened. When you first hear somebody passes away, those first couple of days, you just really got to process it. I mean, when I'm thinking about myself, I might cry or I might not cry, or I might be like, okay, well, we just got to get through all of this. Right. We got to figure it out, have the funeral. But she did. There was also some talk about she experienced backlash for burying the baby in designer clothes and putting him in Prada and all of this stuff. Like I don't know. I
mean, she could bury the baby in whatever she wants to, but just the idea of her flashing money and the things that she said along with that is just crazy to me. That's not normal. But I mean, what is normal today? Somebody said this is the young hood definitely do this. So is there, with that being said, and I want to ask you guys after we come back from the break, but is there just no like value for life? Is this how the hood do shit? Like there's no value? that they see in life, and this is how they mourn. This is crazy. Let's go to the break and let's come back.
I know you're busy, you got things to do, and you can't take us on the go with you every single day. Good news for you, we are now on Spotify. So if you can't watch us, now you can listen to us on Spotify. Search Fly Nubian Money and all the episodes shall appear. All you have to do is like, subscribe, leave a 5-star rating, leave some comments, tell people how you love us, so that when other people come along and are looking for a great show to watch, they can find Fly Nubian Money too. One last thing, and just in case you've been sitting under a rock, Fly Nubian Money now has an investment club. We are the Fly Nubian Money Club. It's easy. All you have to do is go to flynubianmoneyclub.com, and I am committed to bringing in top experts from all industries to help you level up. They're teaching us the skills that we need to compete in this market. We often say that nobody is coming to save us, not the government, but guess what? We're coming to save us. I'm coming to save you with the Fly Nubian Money Club. So listen, all you have to do again is go to flynubianmoneyclub.com. We have a 30-day free trial set up just for you, just for those people that are struggling. Even if you ain't struggling, you ain't got to struggle. I'm coming. Okay, let me stop playing. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, y'all, listen. So what do you think? Is there no regard for life with these in the hood? Is that what we doing? Moya, what you think? I don't know if you're from the hood or if you know about hood stuff, but have you seen this?
So my growing up situation was very unique. So I had a hood upbringing, but it all happened in the suburbs of Minneapolis. So like what I know is super, super limited in that regard. I think the only thing that it makes me think about, and I think somebody mentioned it, is how someone grieves. Like, are we saying that the lady's never supposed to laugh again? She's never supposed to smile again? Obviously not. And so understanding that she is supposed to move on with her life, I think the part that's more jarring is what's up with the stacks of money, but I guess that's the hood part, and also with how she's responding to her daughter's death.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe she is spiraling. Maybe it is a mental break. Maybe we shouldn't be so hard on her. Maybe she is just I mean, look at that baby.
That baby.
Look at that baby. You lose that baby in the way that you've lost that baby.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Girl, I would be somewhere catatonic.
Yeah, I couldn't
Let
imagine.
alone, talking about Louis and Prada, and so maybe she's just in shock, like you said. Is this the way that the hood grieves? Is there no regard for life here?
I think that it's so interesting because I always think about when I was tutoring in New Orleans. I was tutoring when I was in college. I tutored at one of the local public schools, and I learned a lot of things about all of the things, right? Like I understood like what poverty and how it shapes people's perspectives. Just like what was important, and what was important was looking fly, right? Looking opposite of what you had, right? Looking like you had something, making money. Education wasn't the value. It was like, Miss Tierra, listen, like, I mean, really, I don't care nothing about these books. It was really about making money because there was such extreme poverty in New Orleans. And what I heard a lot was like, I mean, that's just how it is in the hood. Like when it came to getting shot or being killed, it was like, I mean, that's just you gonna go when you gotta go. Like there was a very relaxed, and I wonder if our community has been, and I say it all the time, that we've been kind of conditioned to not care about our lives in that way. I mean, we hear music that celebrates and talks about us killing one another. I mean, we don't. So that's part of the conditioning. And if we grew up, if these kids grew up on like murder him, kill him, da 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 da, shoot him, dead, like we didn't have to grow up on that. There was a variety of music that they heard, but like once you start to listen to that, and that's what you listen to over dope beats, I mean, the subconscious is affected.
That
right?
frequency.
So that frequency.
So all through your body and your spirit.
So I think there is a certain, and then when you kind of in the hood experiencing that level of trauma where people are getting shot up or there's drive-bys or you know what I mean, you just you're accustomed to chaos. So I do wonder if that is the situation. I mean, it seemed ratchet. The situation seemed just by the way you online with a stack of bills to your ear. It says you ghetto, right? But I just so obviously she's used to the hood. She used to that type of environment where it can go down at any time.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that before in my whole entire life. I haven't. But big head ass Joe said everybody processes grief different. It should never be judged. That's interesting because what it appears to be is that she doesn't care. That's what it appears from, because we're judging, right? So that's the appearance, but she's processing her grief because you just have to be a sociopath or something, like just really crazy if that's real. Like that's really what you worried about is the Prada and the money and the whatever else she was talking about. It's just crazy.
Well, I do want to interject because we don't know if we go back to the video of the young men running and they're yelling, "We did it, we did it, we did it." And going off of what Tiara's saying in the sense of these things really matter. So what if she's projecting an image of y'all ain't do nothing? Like I'm still good over here. Me and my family's still good over here. Like you had no effect on us. Look at me. I got security guards next to me and I'm still out here flaunting money. Whatever you guys thought you did, you didn't do. What if it's something like that?
My whole family away. You took her whole family away. I think in another post she said you didn't take one, but you took both. You took my family, right? So she know what it is, right? Here it is.
Yeah, let's look at it. I'll never be okay. Y'all took my family, not one, but two. Ronnie, baby, I'm so sorry. You knew where my heart was. Chink, mommy, so sorry. I wasn't there to protect you. Daddy tried his best. This hurts so bad. I'll see you soon. If I'm going to die, making sure they pay. Yeah. So that's definitely a stark contrast to what we've seen.
Right.
Yeah. And so maybe she had a large amount of alcohol or she smoked a large amount of weed or something. I don't know. But that it's just not normal. And I'm a roll with Joe. He said we can't judge him, but I don't know. Like that's just not. There's no normal in America. There's no normal in the world these days. You can, one person say one thing's normal and somebody else say, well, that's not normal in my world. But that is very abnormal behavior after your baby dies. It just doesn't, it's nonsensical.
Yeah.
Why do people
go ahead? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, please.
I really I want to make sure that in this conversation, and we don't have to talk about it now, but I know that Moya has insurance experience, and I know you have experience with helping people write living trusts and all the things. So I want to make sure that before the end of this conversation, we remind people so they don't have to go to GoFundMe. Because I wonder how you ladies feel about people going to GoFundMe to get money for funerals or for life expenses moving forward. Like, first of all, would either one of you get on GoFundMe and raise funds for anything? But if something happens, like what is that an option, or how do you feel about that being an option for people?
So, well, I think there's two questions. Would you go on GoFundMe for anything? I'm sure. But the biggest part is talking about I'm using GoFundMe to fund living expenses going forward, which is I think you were insinuating. And when we looked at the amount, 53,000, like that's probably 1 year. So that's why it's really important to get life insurance. Now there's different varieties of life insurance that you could get. You can get term life insurance, which covers you just for the time that basically you're a working adult. Many people believe that's not the best type of life insurance just because you usually age out of it before you can even use that policy. Other people believe that you need to get whole life insurance. And what that does is it has a cash component that you can use at a later date if you are alive or if you pass on. So, but that is more expensive. And then there's the IUL, but that's a whole different conversation in terms of using it as more of an investment tool. So I think it's important, and thank you, Tiara, for bringing that up. I think it's really important we talk about building generational wealth, that life insurance is within our conversation of building generational wealth, just not only a business strategy, but also an insurance for you and your family.
So I look at the whole GoFundMe idea two ways. So I've definitely have contributed thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to people's GoFundMe's. And once I release money, I don't trip off of what they do with it. Whatever they do with it is what they're gonna do with it. I don't concern myself. That's just like me giving somebody homeless money. If they're gonna go smoke crack with it or shoot up with it, that's their business. I did what God told me to do. But have I done GoFundMe's? I've done several GoFundMe's, and they were really the effort of people saying, Constance, you have a following. Do you think that you could do this for me? I've never done it for myself, nor do I believe I'll have to do it for myself, because everybody in my family has an insurance. But I found, I saw a homeless family 6 o'clock in the morning walking down the street. And, I was just like, hey, there's this homeless family. I went and put up in a hotel for a week. I gave them a little cash, bought them some food. And then I, did a GoFundMe, and we raised tons of money, things like that. So I've been on both ends of the GoFundMe. I think it's necessary in some cases, but that life insurance thing, remember we used to do car washes. I used to do barbecue plates, everything except for have life insurance. So now it's the GoFundMe, but we should not be relying on GoFundMe to bury our loved ones. So you are absolutely right. We got to get our shit together. We should not be using that as an alternative to life insurance. You shouldn't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I definitely tried to, I think we raised money for a film project, things like that. But, I don't imagine, I mean, it's in that I have insurance, if ever something happens to any of us, like we're able to, at least not leave people in debt trying to
At least
bury us,
bury
or
you.
be sitting
Yeah.
up in somebody's morgue while they like, well, we got to get these funds together for Tierra. Like, I don't want that. I don't want us to even, my family to even have to deal with that. But we have had to do it in the family due to unexpected things. Like, life happens, we never know when life is going to happen.
Yeah. And then go beyond that, beyond the life insurance, making sure you have assets and making sure your assets are protected, because that is the thing that we miss out a lot. I'll say it till my face turns blue. Black people, we can accumulate wealth, but we're not protecting our assets, and we're not properly passing our assets. When I moved into an affluent white neighborhood and I tried to look up, see who my neighbors was, I couldn't, because everybody had their shit in living trust. But I moved into another neighborhood. The houses are bigger. The cars are better. Everything, they got money. They look like they got money, but I was able to look up everybody's shit, because nobody got living trust. Nobody's nobody's protecting their assets and passing it. And what you understand is you take all this time building wealth, but you're not able to properly pass it, because it's getting caught up in these probate courts. And and I'm gonna tell you right now, going through a divorce where the judge had to tell me what the fuck I had to do with my motherfucking money. You don't ever want to have what happens to your things be put in somebody else's hands when you've worked extremely hard for it. So just being on the other side of making sure that your assets are protected are very important. That's why I created an ebook called to help you to create your own living trust without having to pay thousands of dollars for it. So go to my website, go under books, and if you guys want this living trust book, I show you how to make your own living trust using ChatGPT. You can do that. Go to my website, constancecarter.com, or go to makemylivingtrust.com. So now listen, we got to take another break, and we'll come back to unpack this conversation a little bit more.
Are you a Black business owner looking to expand your reach? Well, has Fly Nubian Money got good news for you? We are building a Black business directory to connect you with customers who need your services. And here is the best part. It is absolutely free. Email us at info@realvirtual.net. Send us your business name. Tell us a little bit about what you do, what services you offer, your website address, and your contact information. That's it. Together, we are going to build and circulate the Black dollar. Get listed today and start connecting with people who are probably already looking for you.
Yay, Gwen, I love it. And now shout out to Booker. He said he just completed his trust with the ebook yesterday. That's what's up. That's what you call somebody that's in action. And that's what you want. I don't want you to just be hearers of the word. I want you to be what? Doers of the word. But going back to the whole question around living trust, what do you think about them? Have you done them, just like you asked, Tiara? And what do you think? Are you concerned with where the money goes afterwards? Because there is that big concern where you've had GoFundMe's where the money wasn't being spent right, and people came back and said, "Wait a minute, I want my money back. It was supposed to be spent for this, and it was spent for something totally different." How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I remember the day you told us what to do, and I took notes. I took notes, but I was not a doer. Remember, I think that day I told you, I said, I still have to pull all of the things together, because if something happened to me today, all of my things are scattered, right? Like I got 4 different policies, and people don't know who is doing for what. And so I just got to make sure that I'm not running around and too busy to sit down and say, okay, I need to pull this thing together. So it is something that I really, really, really need to do. I need to do that.
That's not what I asked you, though. I asked you what you think about GoFundMe's. But we can't say I do have. Wait. No, I said we do have a personal information organizer on my website also. So to your point, Tiara,
Yes.
you said that you didn't have all your stuff in one place. I have a downloadable. It's a free downloadable on my website, constancecarter.com. If you go there, you can download a personal information organizer where you have all your stuff in one place. So you have your insurances, your bank accounts, your passwords, everything. So if something happens, and then download it, fill it out, send it to somebody you trust. Because if something happens to you, you don't want people scrambling. Because there's a huge percentage of people who die, they have life insurance, nobody knows where it is, nobody knows how to get it, or they can't get it to your bank account. All those things happen. My mother-in-law, because I had taken on her bank account before she died, I was paying her bills up until the day she died. And when she died, I said, okay, to his sisters, to her daughters, here's the bank account. It's all yours now. And they ended up, because they found out that she died, they turned it off and they couldn't access the money. So you got to make sure, because once they find out that person is gone, they'll has to go through a process before they'll allow you to get access to that money again. But my question to you, Tiara, was what you asked me about the GoFundMe. You asked me and Moya, what do you feel about the GoFundMes? Have you used them? And do you concern yourself with like what people are doing with them once you give them the money?
Oh, I had already answered that question, but I've definitely invested in a lot of different people's GoFundMes. I don't anticipate, like, I've used GoFundMe for film projects and for personal passion projects, and I've asked people to donate, for things that I've been doing, but never have we had to do it for someone's burial. Not in my family, anyway. We haven't had to do that. People have just come together in my family. I'm not against it. I think it's, like you said, I think it's necessary. I love more so the stories of, like you said, seeing a homeless person on the street and saying, like, let me put you up, let's raise money for them. Like, I love stories like that rather than using it as an option or an alternative to insurance. Like, I just think we should not do that.
It is literally equivalent to a chicken dinner or a car wash for somebody's funeral.
Yeah,
I think there's a slight difference.
Huh?
I think there's a slight difference.
Tell us about it.
Because there's something in exchange, right? In theory, I'm paying for an exchange. Like a GoFundMe, I'm just paying, through my goodwill of being a human that wants to give.
Okay.
What is the exchange? What was
You're buying a chicken dinner. You're buying a car wash.
You get something to eat, yeah.
Ribs. You get your car wash, all of that. Yeah, I get it. I feel you. Go back to that graphic about the lady who started a GoFundMe before she died. What? Oklahoma City woman starts a GoFundMe for her own funeral. Wait, was she sick? Was she? Oh, this is the lady that was sick. Okay, yeah. Okay.
And that's so smart.
Yeah,
right? If
that was sad.
Go, I think that's so smart.
It is, because she absolutely couldn't get insured at that point when she found out she was dying. So I understand that. That's beautiful. I thought this is somebody who was just like, yeah, I'm gonna die someday, going in and throw some money up in there. It said 80% of GoFundMe donors say they give based upon emotional appeal. So that's what you were talking about, Moya, making social media image perception is critical or crucial. So that makes a lot of sense. The idea of having an exchange rather than, or doing it out of the goodness of your heart rather than an actual exchange. In 2024, over $3 billion was raised through GoFundMe, with 33% of campaigns being for medical or funeral expenses. Wow. A study found that 62% of people believe social media has changed the way people grieve, with many questioning its authenticity. That's the thing
That's so
that is
true.
like,
This is
girl,
true.
look, wait, take the
Let's
thing
take
off
this
real quick.
down. Yeah.
Take this off real quick. Because what kills me is they be like, 5, 4, 3. They start crying. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like, for real, you really gonna cry on or take a picture of yourself crying?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna post it. Like, what? So
It's strange.
that's weird, right?
It's a strange thing. I remember when it got some backlash when Devon Franklin was divorced from Megan Good, right? He had he set up the thing, and like he was like, I'm just so sad. I was like, and people ate him up in the comments
Did
like,
they?
why are you posting this? Like, why are you doing that? And so it just made me think about, like we're saying, like the authenticity of it. I believe that people feel that way. I believe that they are sad. I
It
believe
is
that.
kind of weird though to set up your camera and capture it.
Devon Franklin's a little different because he's a pastor. So everyone was like, hey, not you, the man that wrote the book on how to have a good marriage, you end the marriage. Like, I think
And
in
he
his
ended the
mind,
marriage. He ended the
he was,
marriage.
I was just using him as an example,
he was responding
but
to it.
I feel you. But just in general, when we see people just like putting up, or like, I hate when people post like, you holding their hands when people die. Like you hold their
Yeah.
hand and you post a picture
Yeah.
of it'd be like rest in peace. Like it's almost like people can't wait to put up
I know
that
it.
type of
Isn't that
news to get
weird?
those
It is
condolences.
kind of weird though. It is kind of weird.
A
Like
little
if
bit.
I wanted to do that, it's kind of weird. That's kind of cringy. It's a lot of stuff that people do on social media that I think is kind of cringy. Are they doing it for clout? What do y'all think? Is that
I just
you know,
think it's
you
the
don't want to,
culture.
you
I
know,
just
because
think
people
it's the
breathe.
culture. We
Yeah.
can't wait to tell our business for some reason. Like, and I just mean that as a whole. Like, we just
Yeah.
can't wait to be like, this is what I'm eating, hashtag foodie or whatever. Like, you can't wait to tell people how you feel about anything. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, I don't want
don't
them
know.
to take up the trend and start showing dead bodies and shit. I've seen they do
Yes.
have that, but like don't let that be an American culture, please. A
Ugh.
study found that 62% of people believe social media has changed the way people grieve, with many questioning. That's what we were just saying.
Oh, it says
Like,
at the top. At the top, it says,
my friend took a selfie at a funeral and didn't realize his dead grandma was in the background. Lord Jesus, I
no, he
can't breathe.
realized. He did. He realized that she was in the
He knew
background. That
exactly
was
what he
the
was doing. He knew
Yeah,
exactly what he
that's
was
it.
doing.
Like, why do you do a selfie and your grandma's dead in the background? That's crazy.
Yeah, man, that's kind of cringy. Reports show that over 10% of high-profile GoFundMe campaign has faced fraud accusations. Or authorities search home of couple accused of squandering $400,000 raised for Good Samaritan homeless vet. Remember that one homeless black guy, the young girl had raised money for him, and they wouldn't give him the money because he didn't have no address.
Yes, I
Yeah,
do
that was
remember that.
messed up. Did he ever get the money?
I think they kept it or they gave it back
They
or
had to give it
whatever.
back. They can't
They
keep
had to
that
give it
money.
back, not kept it, but they gave
Yeah,
it back.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
which is whack because I mean, you know.
So, social media analysts report a 30% rise in viral moments tied to controversy, leading to increased skepticism about online fundraising. Lil Ronnie's baby mother is facing backlash for allegedly downplaying her 5-year-old's death and flexing with money. I mean, that beautiful, beautiful baby girl. How can you make a mockery of that? And that's what, for me, it feels like. But let's look at, there's one last video that we got. Let's look at that one. And this is the baby mother talking about how she's going to bury the baby.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I grieve a little different, y'all. Y'all took my baby, but I'm not motherfucking tripping on that shit, bitch. Bitch, he give them and he take them. Bitch, we all gotta die around this bitch. I ain't fucked up about it. I fucked up about how she left around this bitch, but I ain't fucked up about it. Fuck you talking about, bitch. Cause y'all know, well, y'all wasn't fucking with my baby around this bitch. And she going out this bitch and style Gucci everything. Fuck you talking about. Yeah. Come on. Bitch. And her baby daddy gonna be proud of everything, nigga. Shout out to Petey, fuck you talking about. The Three Stooges. Nigga, James Carroll, nigga, the tax man.
This is very uncomfortable. This is that was very, very uncomfortable. That was extremely uncomfortable.
Now, we've been defending this young lady all hour. We should have just started with that damn video because
I'm sitting over here tensed up. This was extremely uncomfortable.
It's not so much to make Constance uncomfortable.
Yeah, Moya, what you think?
I'm with Tierra. Like, we were definitely like, once Joe hit us with the comment, we were like,
yeah, right.
We're not gonna judge. Is Joe still here? Where's Joe at? Is he
He's still
here
here.
still?
and then we
Joe,
get that, you know,
you gotta come in the room and explain to us what
you
that
got,
was.
because you done shifted the whole move, because we had called it from the beginning, and then
How long was that video? Because I kind of want to watch it again. Like,
You gonna hit us with the ooh-wop. Let's watch it. Why do you want to watch
oh,
this shit again?
everything, bitch. Then my baby daddy gonna be good, ho. Go ahead, let's turn it back.
product everything.
You are definitely.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I grieve a little different, y'all. Y'all took my baby, but I'm not motherfucking tripping on that shit, bitch. Bitch, he give him and he take him. Bitch, we all gotta die around this bitch. I ain't fucked up about it. I fucked up about how she left around this bitch, but I ain't fucked up about it. Fuck you talking about, bitch. Cause y'all know, y'all wasn't fucking with my baby around this bitch. And she going out this bitch and style Gucci everything. Fuck you talking about. Yeah. Bitch. And her baby daddy gonna be proud of everything, nigga. Shout out to Petey, fuck you talking about. The Three Stooges. Nigga, James Carroll, nigga, the tax man.
This
Who
bitch
is the
ain't getting
tax
what?
man? The tax man.
Wait, what the girl in the
is
back say? This
going
bitch ain't
on?
what? This bitch ain't what?
Huh?
I didn't hear.
Come on, Moya. Come on, Moya. What you got to say about that shit?
I ain't tripping. She
You
ain't tripping about her. I ain't tripping about my baby being dead. I'm just mad, bitch, about the way she went out, ho.
How do you do that?
And scene. Oh my god.
And see,
You are
I'm
so good
sorry.
at this.
Okay, go ahead.
You are so
Okay,
good
go
at
ahead.
this. You are so good at this.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Moya,
No, you
go
got
ahead.
this here. You got this, because I don't have anything to
Oh
say.
my god.
I'm gonna clown her if I do, because that's crazy. I just feel like that's crazy. That's crazy.
So
Y'all, I couldn't imagine and never like I could never get on the internet. But I guess I'm just not this ratchet. It's almost like she's defensive. Like you said
Yeah.
earlier. Remember you said earlier, Moya, it's exactly what Moya said earlier. Like, you ain't get to me, ho. Like, yeah, you took my family, but so what? Because everybody gotta die. Like, what? So I mean, I'm gonna just lean in and say that's trauma.
is that what we gonna say here?
That's what I'm gonna say. It gotta
And her
be like
friends, her friends too, because
because what else?
it's a
It's
whole
like you
culture
gotta
of
go
people.
underneath the surfaces. What
It's
they
a
say, you
community
gotta
of
go
people.
deep.
No, it's a community of people that are encouraging this. So are they all traumatized? Because they all doing it.
But this is the thing that's so ironic that you bring up the Friends. So the Friends, like Three Stooges, right? Three Stooges obviously is a comedy group of people doing super stupid things. So it's so ironic that in this video, they're in the background yelling, Three Stooges. Like, that's exactly what you guys are displaying, which is so unfortunate in this exact moment.
Yeah. Joe said she tested all his little therapist ideas. You back it up?
You supposed to stand on it, Joe.
Slowly
Say y'all
back
got me out here
away
looking
from the
bad.
computer.
Deborah Will said Dr. Joe in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go.
Listen, I'm confused. I don't know. So then also for me, because we was talking about, he's a good dude. He's a good dad. Based upon his baby mama, I don't know.
I mean, they use ghetto for sure. I mean, he's a rapper. He's a rapper. Right.
We're gonna go to this last break.
Hello, Fly New Bill Money Club. My name is Aisha Verzi. I'm an expert in life insurance, and I've been doing this for the past decade now. And this coming Saturday, March 22nd, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be coming together to discuss on how we can leverage life insurance to grow our wealth, protect it, and transfer it properly. If the banks can do it, we can do it as well. So being your own bank is something that we all need to learn about. So I hope that you will join us this Saturday to learn how you can leverage a life insurance policy to protect your family's wealth, build it, and also transfer it properly. Looking forward to seeing you all there. It will be a great discussion this Saturday. Fly New Bay Money Club. We'll see you there.
Woohoo!
This is why I wanted to have this conversation, by the way.
Okay,
Joe,
it makes sense.
turn your phone to the side, Joe. This is why I wanted to have this conversation, because we are having the Fly Nubian Money Club we are teaching you how to turn your insurance policy into your own personal bank, so you can pay for somebody's funeral if you need to, or if life hits you on the blind side. FlyNubianMoneyClub.com.
Go on and cover that head up, Joe.
Joe, what is going? This is why we don't allow people that.
Hey, Dave, you asked me. All right, I'm here. And listen, I don't come here for that, Constance. Get off that. But
I can't see nothing over that shiny ass head. Shit. Go ahead.
okay. Listen, I gotta get into a different session. But here's what I'm gonna say. I don't know why my camera's acting like this.
No, we can't watch you from the side. Just turn it to the side, Joe.
I did turn it to the side. I don't know why.
Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I lost my mother very early, and I expended a lot of energy grieving that thing. So after that, I had a lot of deaths close to me, and I would probably have what people would consider a judgeable reaction after that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I do. We just need you to turn your camera.
I don't know what I don't know. I'm about to go, but it's I don't know why it's doing that. See me, hear me, whatever. All I'm saying is, when I see this girl acting this way, my reaction is, what is her lived experience? What has she been through? What has she gone through that is making her show up in this moment? Because her reaction is very odd. It's very odd. So I look at it, I'm not looking at her like, oh, she ain't shit. I'm wondering what happened to her in her life that made her show up in this way, very odd, grieving her child like that. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm still not judging, but she tested me. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. She tested all my little ideals. And earlier when y'all was talking, like I said in the comments, I don't know what's going on, T. I don't know why it won't stay this way.
Because you gotta lock it. You gotta lock the rotation.
Yeah, but it's okay.
I'm about to go because I got an appointment. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. And Constance, take what you can get out there in the market, okay? Don't be waiting for the right person. Anybody that comes and approaches you, give them a shot.
Okay? Shut up, little Bill. Get your ass up off the stage. We'll see you later. Y'all ever seen Little Bill? Little Bill. That's what I call his ass, Little Bill. Got that Little Bill ass head up on this stage. Don't ever come up on here without a goddamn hat, little nigga. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, y'all. I don't know. Is this the question? My final question for you is, after you've hypothesized all of this evidence, after you've gathered all the evidence, because now we got a full picture, is this normal? That's my question, and then you guys can go to your final thought.
Is this normal? I think we've already said that the world is no longer normal. I don't know if I don't know. I always feel like I'm in the twilight zone. Politically, when I hear people's ideals, and I don't know, and I want to point this out, that I don't necessarily always feel like that in real life. When I go outside, I feel like I'm around normal people doing normal things, not really affected by social media. But when I come into the matrix on social media, there's so many things happening that seem like a twilight zone. And so I just think the internet is literally a twilight zone, because real life isn't like this. But it is, right?
Yeah,
right?
I think
that's the way it feels. So that's the way it feels to me. Like the internet is a twilight zone because it's full of people acting and making up stuff and doing things just for certain reasons. But real life isn't like that. Moya, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I do believe that she is a product of her environment. And I believe if you look at her environment, there is a normal undertone to this. I believe there is a sector of the population that will watch this video and be like, what are you guys making such a big deal about? Like, what is the big deal here? So I believe it's their normal. I think the question has to become, what is our end goal? So if our end goal is to build generational wealth for our families, then we have to do as such. Like when you go to ConstanceCarter.com, her website, when I went on there, you just got to scroll a little and then you'll see it under her other books that are so amazing. And so you're going to see it there. So I think it's important that we start by reading those books. I just got mine today because I felt like I said, I'm going to get it. So I just got it.
Hey man,
so
what book did you get?
I got the one that we were talking about, The Living Trust. Oh, Tiara's got another book. I seen that book on there too. There's a couple that I wanted to get. I was like, but let me come back when I'm off the show. So I think those steps are the steps that we need to take when we are talking about where we want to be as a society and where we want to be as individuals. Like if you looked at that video and you said, this is not normal, this is not the reality that I want to accept, then you're one of the people that need to be on ConstanceCarter.com and pick up one of these books about building generational wealth. And if that's not the case, and you looked at that and you were like, this is nothing, then leave it at that. I'm Moya. You can find me at moya.business if you want to talk about filing taxes and scholarships. I did get a DM. If you want the information, also give me your email so I can email you the information.
Hey, man.
I apologize. I didn't know we were in your final thought. I thought you were just answering your question, but go ahead. Yeah.
I just will say
business, y'all.
No, this is good. And I'm glad that you talked about the generational wealth piece, Moya, because all of y'all are here. Y'all learning, y'all growing. You guys are doing all the things. You're part of Fly Nubian Money Club. You're part of the Grow Your Money Club. I think our responsibility for you, if this is not normal for you, then I think that we need to go into these places and these spaces and we need to be teaching these people because this is not normal. Like there's some way that we have to infiltrate these areas where we have people who are suffering from this knowledge decay that's going on in their minds and in their communities. There's something that we have to do to reach and teach these people that this ain't it. This ain't it, sis. So that's what I think that we should do because no, it's not normal. But how do we effectuate change within those communities? How do we talk to these people? How do we, have these conversations and say that? Will they listen even if we do? That's a whole nother question, right? So right. I think a lot of us have hood people in our families. I know some of y'all got some cousins like that. Yeah. Y'all need to be talking to your cousins. Just start small like that, simple like that. Start talking to your cousins that need to hear this, that need the Fly Nubian Money Club, that need the Grow Your Money Club. For me, I am doing a training tomorrow. So instead of me going live on my podcast tomorrow, I'm doing a training called, what is it called? It's called
Think, Build, Grow.
Think, Build, Monetize. So I'm showing people, because the thing about it, y'all, is we have to figure out how we get insulated from all this bullshit, get it out of our impoverished state, mentally and physically. We got to get out of that. They are working overtime to destroy Black people, to oppress us, to put us in worse conditions. If you think these motherfuckers ain't thinking about you, think again. They absolutely are. So we have to be insulated from this. And the only way we can do it is invest in 3 things. Okay. Real estate and stock, in yourself and in businesses. And so if you do those things, if you invest in those things, I guess I'll say 4 things: real estate, stock, businesses, and in yourself, then you will be insulated from all the bullshit. But you got to start somewhere. So I'm teaching people how to invest in their own businesses, which is also in turn investing in themselves, period. So go to thinkbuildmonetize.com. And that is not on my website, which I forgot to put it on my website, but go to thinkbuildmonetize.com and you can sign up for it. And only the people who are signed up for it and who actually attend, then this is a free training. And y'all know I charge $500 an hour. Only the people who actually come to the training are going to actually get access to this. So thinkbuildmonetize.com tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. So listen, can I give my closing statement real quick?
Yeah,
I think today's conversation really showed how complicated grief is, y'all. Social media, financial accountability have become, and what it's become, it's at the heart of it all. People really want to feel that their donations and their support are going towards the right things. But at the same time, we have to ask ourselves if we're judging people too harshly for how they handle the loss. This is a much bigger picture than more than one situation. It's all about how we navigate tragedy in the digital age. It's a lot. It's a real time is a lot. It's a lot going on out there. So what are we doing to move forward? Do we have to start demanding more transparency with online fundraising? Do we have to give people grace in how they mourn? Or do we rethink what's truly appropriate in these situations? Is this normal? Is this not normal? And if it ain't, what are you, Black people, going to do to help your brethren? Okay. As always, we always want to hear from you. So drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget, Fly Nubian Money is where we help you to master your mindset and maximize your what? Money. So listen, we're going to be here tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. That's 10, 11, 12. Yeah. 10 a.m. Pacific. We're going to be here. We're going to be talking about some good shit. I wasn't supposed to be here today, but I'm here.
Thank you so much for coming,
and I'm
we
not
love
going to be
you.
here tomorrow, but it's all good. I'll be doing this training tomorrow. But listen, you guys, make sure you tune in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to all the channels that you're on, because we're on about 8 different channels right now. Make sure you do that. Make sure you share this information. And then we're on Spotify. So if you can't watch us live, you can go back and listen to us on Spotify. So make sure you search for Fly Nubian Money. All right. So we're going to be here tomorrow. Same bad time. Same bad channel.
I mean, we don't even care if you come or not, because, we don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't even matter.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she doing me. She acting just like old girl. You see that?